A few weeks later, and on a Sunday, the pastor preached about idols that control your life. He taught about the ones that the Israelites faced in their lives and how they bowed down to stone and things that were made by human hands. Then, he told us about the idols that we have are no different than they were back then. Whatever occupies your life and that you spend a lot of time with is an idol. I felt as if I had no idols in my life. I was smug in my feelings about this issue. He stepped behind the scenes and rolled a TV out into the room. My mouth fell open and I realized what he was teaching. I placed that TV in my face a lot. I was struck by his display and realized you can make a TV your idol. Today, it would be the internet and cell phones for most people. Whatever takes up your time and space in this world is an idol. So, I found that TV shouldn't be my idol. I read his word, prayed to him, praised him, and read his books that helped me with my faith. TV is not the primary item that gets my attention today. Our church was still having those theatrical plays, and they gave us lots of tickets to give out for people to attend. So, I got about 25, and the kids and I put them on the windshields of the cars and trucks that we came across on our way back from church. One day, I was at the oil place getting my vehicle's oil changed. I had some of those tickets from the church, and I struck up a conversation with a group of ladies sitting in the waiting room. After talking for about 15 minutes, I asked them if they wanted a ticket to attend the program at my church, and they said, "Of course." I gave them the tickets and was happy for them. This is the show that drew me to this church and to get on fire for God. After a while, another 2 people came in to sit and wait, and I struck up a conversation with them. We talked, and I offered the tickets to them. They snapped back at me and said that they did not believe and no, they did not want the tickets. I was crushed, to say the least. On the way back home, I cried and wept because they did not want my tickets. God spoke and said, "I gave them free choice. Please don't cry ever again. You did what I wanted and offered, and that is all I expect. Just offer, and that is all you do." I knew then that free choice is important to every person, and I can't get upset because they choose not to believe. God taught me a lesson I have never forgotten. People have free choice. I am obeying when I offer anything that God prompts me to do. A few months later, I went on a trip to another town to check out new teaching techniques with a group of teachers from my school. We went in a van and were having a good time going to this town. On the way, the driver, a teacher, cracked a joke about my God, and everybody laughed except me. I said to myself, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they say." We arrived at school and watched the teachers using this new method and liked it very much. It became the method that we started using the very next year, and I saw a big difference in the learning of my children. They excelled under this new method, and I had no retentions after we implemented this idea. The new idea was, instead of having 3 reading groups and branding children as smart or lower, we started whole group instruction. This instruction made children feel very comfortable and no branding on levels. We used 4 blocks of instruction. The first block was snapping, clapping, and stomping the words for that week, and also writing the words. They learned to spell the word and use it in a sentence. Then we put the words on the word wall under the letter they started with. Then the second block consisted of reading as a group the text of the story for the week. Those words we used in the first blocks were the words we practiced snapping and so on were inside the story that week. The third block consisted of a standard that we were to work on all week. It could be characters, predicting outcomes, main idea, or any other reading comprehension skill that we were instructed by standards to cover. The fourth block was teaching children how to write and use an outline to lay out the idea for writing into a format that would help them pre-think the story they were to tell, or the idea of writing that explained a concept or main idea. A few weeks later, I entered the runoff room and overheard the conversation that was going on as I came in to run off papers for my class. They were talking about the teacher that was driving that day, and they said her daughter was found drinking on a class trip with the school. I had taught this child in first grade years before. She was not going to be able to walk with her class on graduation day.